desire for the good things in life, to move up to better living, doing the things we want to do. Isn't this what all of us want? To enjoy the good things of life. It's the American way to move up in quality. Quality usually costs a lot more, but not always. Schlitz, for example, is one of the finer things of life that everyone can afford. It gives you so much more in refreshment, in satisfaction, too. It's the world's bestseller at any price. Move up to quality. Move up to Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
What are you doing out here in the sticks, Lieutenant?
What are you doing in that warehouse? Little midnight shopping?
Somebody left the side window unlocked.
You went in there alone?
How else was I going to lock it, Lieutenant?
You got a lot to learn, young fella. A smart cop don't go in through an open window at night without being covered by his partner. No telling what he might run up against inside, besides the mice, of course. Well, it's kind of quiet night, huh, Sam? Well, why don't you ring in? Tell him you're checking off with me, huh? Drive you back in.
Oh, my relief's not due for 20 minutes, Billy.
Ah, come on. I'll square you with old Captain Gilliam if that's what's fussing you.
Well, all right.
Sam. You're in Billy Kyle's territory now. Break regulations and button your car up, if you ever mind.
1K67.
Thanks. Mm-hmm.
What's on your mind, Billy? What'd I do wrong now?
I'll follow you, sir.
11A, clear.
Oh, my dad's old partner comes all the way across town to pick me up. I know I'm due for some kind of a lecture.
Well, old Billy Kyle will lecture you. I know what's, Junior. 18 months on the force, still pounding the beat out here in the sticks, huh? Captain Gilliam riding you like he was his own private devil.
Oh, it's not the captain so much. Him I can take.
Well, the other boys will come around. Just give them time, you know. You're a new breed, son. You take a little getting used to.
Yeah. College boy. He thinks he has to be a cop.
The old-timers understand. The other boys will, too, by and by. Remember your dad lecturing a group of rookies one time. He was telling them, a cop on the night beat's kind of like a king. He walks his domain, half proud, half scared. Plain guy in a blue suit representing the whole structure of the law. People sleeping peacefully, you know, depending on him. That's a big order.
12A15 last year.
Yeah, Billy. I'm making it sound like a recruiting poster, huh?
You sold me, Billy.
over here.
Billy Kyle dropped by my beat tonight.
Oh?
No special reason. I guess he heard I was getting fed up and wanted to bolster my flagging morale.
A pat on the head. How gratifying. No, I'm sorry, darling. It just slipped out. It's just that I get so frustrated for you and so blasted angry at the way they treat you.
Well, I'm a brand new breed in the old 3rd Precinct, Martha. Can't trust us college fellas, you know. Might infect one of the old-timers with a new idea.
Or earn a promotion out of turn.
Don't knock seniority, darling. Empires of incompetence are built on it.
As the wife of a taxpayer, I've got a view or two on that. 3 guesses who that is. Let me answer it. I'll tell him you're sick.
Captain's just looking for an excuse to foul up my record.
But you've been out on emergency duty twice this week.
Hello?
Rayford, Officer Rayford.
Yes?
Please, I gotta see you. I gotta see you. Quick. Meet me at the warehouse where Kyle picked you up.
What?
Please, it's the only safe place. You'll never figure me to go back there.
Who is this?
Please, I gotta see you. You're the only one I can talk to. Come, alone.
Who is this?
The corpse. If you don't hurry.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sam, where are you going?
I'm writing it down. If I'm not back in an hour, phone the precinct. No, phone Billy Kyle.
What'll I tell him?
I'm meeting someone he knows, apparently. I don't know who.
I'm not going to mollycoddle him, Billy. You seem to forget that Chet Rayford was a friend of mine, too. But that doesn't give his kid an edge over any other patrolman in the precinct. He checks in on time, and he checks off on time.
Joe, I told you I was responsible. Now, if you want to exercise your tonsils, why don't you yell at me?
Ever try hollering at a mule? You're in early.
I have something to take care of, Captain.
So have I. Come in here. That's all, Billy.
Well, go easy on him, Joe.
That'll do. You had the Bleecker Street beat last night?
Yes, sir. I checked off 20 minutes early.
On whose authorization?
No one's.
Rayford, what are you doing on the force? I know your dad was a cop, and a pretty good one. But the obvious answer doesn't satisfy me as far as you're concerned, so suppose you try to give me an honest one.
I guess I like being a cop.
You could make a better buck anywhere else. What's your angle?
Is that all, Captain Gilliam?
No, that's not all. Effective immediately, you'll go on the midnight to 8 o'clock shift.
You're demoting me because of last night, sir?
You'll report at midnight until further notice. If you don't mind. That's all.
I'm sorry, Sam boy. Tried to take the heat off you.
That isn't what I want to talk to you about, Billy.
No? Ought to leave my car in a no parking zone or something?
I know all about you, Billy. I know you're on the take. You've been on the take for months.
Look, we better have a little talk somewhere, son. Somewhere private. Come on. Here we go. Come on, dig in your breakfast there, Sammy. Trouble on an empty stomach is bad chemistry, you know? T-Bone Eddie told you I was on the tape.
The other fellow's the syndicate paymaster.
Yeah, he sent me a copy of this in the mail. He wanted in, part of my take. Imagine a little grifter like that trying to put the arm on old Billy Kyle. The one time in my life I accepted a payoff out in the open. I let that be a lesson to you, Sam boy. Never get careless. The mice are always waiting to eat with the cat.
Are you out of your mind? This is no joking matter.
I'm gratified you realize that, Sam boy. Oh, I guess. You want in, huh? Old Chet Rayford's boy wants in, too.
Listen, Kyle. You know, you're filth. You're the worst kind of filth.
I'm gonna make out like I didn't hear that, Sam.
Big talk.
All right. What do you want, Sonny?
If I turn you in, the newspapers will have a Roman holiday. They'll play it the way they always do, as if new arrests are expected with every edition. People would see some poor dumb cop pounding his beat, and in their faces would be the question, are you one they haven't caught yet?
I'm afraid that's the plain, shameful fact of it, Sam boy.
But if I let you off, you'll spread your filth. Pass it along to some harassed cop who needs a buck more than clean hands. It would spread, Billy, from one man to another. Filth can't live on itself.
You know, Sam, you got a way with words that fairly fascinates me. Your dad was the same way. Only he knew when to keep his mouth shut.
Now, take it easy, boy. He was as straight as they come. He got my oath on it.
But I spun around a couple of times since him and me was on the force. The old rules don't necessarily work anymore. The man wants to survive.
Oh, you wouldn't hurt a cop. He doesn't pay.
That was Martha, your little boy. Gentle down, Sam. I'm not threatening your family. It's not up to me. The big fellas will decide how to stop you. And they're mean, Sam. Ugly mean. They got a big operation to protect you. Look, why don't you come here now? Nobody will know. The money's good, Sam. Listen, I know how it is when you're young on the force. Every John citizen's your friend, huh? Your cop. They stand aside and let you pass by. It's a good feeling. Till you get a look behind one of them friendly faces. You see that they hate your guts. All of them. And you ask yourself why you're grubbing along on a patrolman's pay. Why your family has to do without things.
It's no use, Billy.
But don't be a mule, Sam. The percentage is all against you.
We'll do it my way, Billy. I'll say I knew all about you from the start. That you were on the inside collecting evidence with me on the outside to cover for you. You're going to be a hero, Billy. But there'll be no dirt for the newspapers.
You know what you're doing, Sam?
I want evidence. Something that'll stand up in court. You must have something put aside to cover you. We'll get it all together and we'll lay it right in Captain Gilliam's lap.
No, not Captain Gilliam.
He's in on it?
I don't know.
He's in on it, isn't he?
I don't know, Sam. But you can't trust nobody. And if this thing's so big, if we went to the wrong people, don't you see? There's no telling how high this goes.
There's one man it hasn't touched.
Who? Commissioner?
George Bergen, the DA. He can be trusted not to smear the whole force. Bergen's our man. Get your evidence together, Billy. Bring it to my place around 11. I want to study it, and we'll get our story straight.
You freshman quarterback, what do you think you are trying to throw your weight around?
A plain guy in a blue suit, Billy.
The American dream. A desire for the good things in life. To move up to better living. Doing the things we want to do. Isn't this what all of us want? To enjoy the good things of life. It's the American way to move up in quality. Quality usually costs a lot more. But not always. Schlitz, for example, is one of the finer things of life that everyone can afford. It gives you so much more in refreshment, in satisfaction, too. It's the world's best seller at any price. Move up to quality. Move up to Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Why don't you turn off the television? You're not really watching it.
Oh, I thought you were.
What's wrong, darling? You haven't said more than a half dozen words since you came home this morning.
I guess I've got the midnight to 8 a.m. beat blues.
That doesn't stand, and that's not what's troubling you.
You know, you're an insolent, prying woman. Much, much too fetching. It's past your bedtime. Off with you. I'll lock it before I leave.
Proper wife is supposed to see her husband off to work.
Move, proper wife.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
You know, you gain a couple more pounds, you won't be able to say that.
You! Good night, darling.
Good night, Martha. I'm not threatening your family. It's not to me. The big fellas will decide how to stop you. The mean, Sam. Ugly mean. They got a big organization to protect, you see. Hello?
Rayford, this is Captain Gilliam.
Yes, sir?
You were a buddy-buddy with that little grifter, that T-Bone Eddie?
No, sir, I wasn't. I mean, I'm not.
But you know him.
Yes, sir.
You heard anything from him lately?
No.
You sure? You better be sure.
I haven't heard anything. Why?
They found his body stuffed into a storm sewer. A wire around his neck.
It was mean, ugly mean. Are you still there, Rayford?
Yes, sir.
And I want you to jog your memory about this T-Bone Eddie. I'll talk to you about it when you check in tonight.
I'm not coming in.
You're what?
Well, I was just going to call you, sir. Martha's sick, so's my little boy.
You've got neighbors, haven't you?
Not near enough to look out for my family, Captain.
Well, all right, if that's the way you want it. Maybe I'll come out to see you.
You can't trust nobody. And if this thing's so big, if we went to the wrong people, would you see? There's no telling how high it goes. I want to talk to Mr. Bergen, please.
Mr. Bergen isn't in. May I connect you with the assistant DA?
No, I want to talk to Mr. Bergen. Look, you can reach him. Ask him to call Sam Rayford. I left my number.
Mr. Sam Rayford. I'll see Mr. Bergen get your message, sir.
The big fellas will decide how to stop you. The mean, Sam. Ugly mean. Hello, this is Sam Rayford. Did George Burton get my message?
No, sir. I haven't been able to reach Mr. Burton.
Over here, Billy. Freeze! Down, Billy!
Hi, officer.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Poorly, ma'am.
That was a dumb stunt, Rayford. I've been on the car for months, Berger and I both. We'd have had him sooner or later.
I thought you were on the take, too.
Me? Me? I've spent 30 years building this outfit. You think I'd let one bad cop wreck it? Or two? Or a half a dozen? So you thought I was in on the take. It's no wonder I've kept you out in the sticks. College man or no, you sure have got a lot to learn. So hurry up and get well. There's no better man to teach you than me.
The American dream. A desire for the good things in life. To move up to better living. Isn't this what all of us want? A better car. A better home. It's the American way to move up to quality. Quality usually costs a lot more, but not always. Schlitz, for example, is one of the finer things of life that everyone can afford. It gives you so much more in refreshment. In satisfaction, too. It's the world's best seller at any price. Move up to quality. Move up to Schlitz. The beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Next week, your Schlitz Playhouse will present Rory Calhoun and Robert Alda, starring in Curfew at Midnight.
In the coming weeks, you will be seeing Myrna Loy, Rory Calhoun, Robert Alda, Tallulah Bankhead, Jessica Tanby, Ernest Borgnine, Tony Curtis, and Everett Sloan.